Hey, Switching Gears family, how you doing? It's MJ coming with another video today on this beautiful Sunday evening. Didn't get a chance to do any riding today, was doing some stuff around the house, but I did want to get you guys a quick review video. This would be review video in the series. This is video number 1. But before we get into the video, I do want to talk about a couple of issues that I feel are very important. If you don't follow John Maxwell, he's a well-known YouTuber. I had a chance to meet him when I was down at the Bring It Home tour. Very good guy. Puts out a lot of good videos for the community and gives us a lot of good tips and tricks. But he recently put out a video saying "Ride or Down," and in short, it's about a guy that works with him by the name of Clay. Clay is a Harley tech at Chattahoochee Harley with John Maxwell. He's also a Army veteran, served a number of years in the Army. Well, I hate to bring this news if you haven't already known. He was in a very serious motorcycle accident. And, you know, my heart and everything else here at the Switch Gears family, me and my family and everybody else, our heart goes out to him and his family. He's going to have a long recovery. I bring that up because I do feel as a biker community that we should definitely support each other, not only as a bike community, just as humanity, period. So as a fellow biker, a fellow service member, and just a fellow human being, again, my heart goes out to his family. I hope him a speedy and a well recovery. They have a GoFundMe page. I will have the link in the description. If you just feel like going and giving anything that you can, it'll definitely help his family out. With him being the breadwinner in the family, it'll help his family out while they're going through his recovery time. So with that being said, thank you guys for listening to that portion. I hate to bring bad news, but you know, sometimes things come and it shows our true character when these type of things happen, because we can come together and show how we support each other. All right. Also, I would like to give a huge shout out to Harley Day Rider. Harley Day Rider. If you haven't checked his channel out, he's another awesome YouTuber, brings a lot of great content, a lot of how-to videos. He likes to get on his motorcycle and share his ideas just like I do. He's one of my inspirations in starting my motorcycle channel. And I definitely want to give him a huge shout out in his support and helping me develop myself as a YouTuber. And you know, always there to lend a hand and open and definitely give me some advice. One of the good things I like about the motorcycle community, it kind of reminds me a lot of the military, where we band together, no matter where you come from, your background, we share a common knowledge. All right, now, with that being said, one last shout out. I want to shout out Sergeant Caleb Williams, United States Marine in Fort Belvoir. He got me this coin, and I really appreciate it. Caleb, he used to be one of my Marines and an awesome guy. And I always told him once I found something to do with this coin, I definitely will. So what I did, what I plan on doing is I'm going to take it to an upholstery and get the coin put embedded inside of my seat. And it's going to be the ultimate seat that I will be doing a review on here pretty soon. I got a couple more miles I want to put on it before I bring it to you guys. But again, thank you, Caleb Williams, Sergeant Williams. I really appreciate it. And I have not forgot you. The coin is definitely going on the bike. All right, let's get into the video. What do I want to review today? I got a product that I think is really good and I want to bring to you guys. I've had it now for about a year. Got a lot of miles on the product in cold, wet, heat. I do rotate it out because this particular product, I have a lot of different ones I wear, but these here I wear a lot now because the more and more I've seen that I've been wearing them, they definitely break in and get comfortable. I first came across this product from another fellow YouTuber by the name, excuse me, I'm sorry about that. His channel escapes me now. Law Abiding Biker. Sorry about that. Law Abiding Biker. If you guys aren't following his channel, please go give him a look and a shout out. Those guys do an awesome job in creating a lot of content for the motorcycle community. A lot of content is free. Some of the content is paid. And I do not mind paying for the content because it's so well developed and so informative. But I seen him review these boots and he had a lot of good things to say, and I really wanted to try them out. It was about a year ago. And the boots I'm talking about are the Icon Patrol 2 boot. The Icon Patrol 2. I picked these up at RevZilla. I had some RevZilla bucks, so I think I paid a little bit under 100, but I have them pulled up right here on the website. The Icon Patrol 2 boots are now selling on RevZilla for 190 bucks. $190. Definitely not a cheap boot at all. I'm just gonna put one up. Definitely not a cheap boot at all, but very high quality boot. Like I said, I've been riding this boot for about a year now, and I recently transferred from up north, almost in the DC area. I rode it there a lot in 20, 30 degree weather, wet weather, oil, gravel, and the boot really held up. I'm not going to do a super in-depth review because I know you can go find a lot of different ones on the channels and a lot of different people have reviewed this boot, but I want to get into some of the specs for you. So it is a waterproof level 3, Tech Tough coated leather upper, plastic heel that is reinforced. And you can feel the reinforcement here in the back. D30 ankle inserts, and you can feel those here on the side as well. The BOA lacing system, shifter interface, and they're tested and certified according to standard EN 13634-2015. I want to talk about the what really stands out this boot for me is 3 things. 1, the BOA lacing system, the non-slip sole it has on it, and I kind of cleaned these up a little bit. They were kind of dirty for the camera. And then also the ankle, and I'm gonna combine these two, the ankle and the heel protection. Let's talk about the ankle and the heel protection. 1, it's not really a heavy boot. I am not into the clunky leather boots, the really big, I like to call them Adam Family monster boots. I've noticed, I've had a pair of those before, but I've noticed when I do a long ride, if I'm going to an event or something like that, if I just want to get off the bike and do a walk around, they're kind of heavy, they get kind of cumbersome, and they're, you know, kind of wear me out. I like more of the sneaker type boots, something that I can throw some jeans or something on if I'm out and about and I just walk around and you may not know that they're actual motorcycle gear. I feel like these boots are, although they don't look exactly like sneakers, they don't look like leather clunky boots as well. So the ankle and the heel, I mean, it gives you great support. And I say that because I actually had a bike fall over on my leg with these boots on. Not anything. I was riding, the bike was standing still. I was trying to move and it just kind of tilted over a little bit. And I definitely felt how the pressure of the boot crushed in, but it did not affect my ankle or my heels. So I can attest to that. Was not at a riding speed, but I can attest to it. Also, let's talk about the BOA lacing system. I really love this, the BOA lacing system. I mean, as soon as you put your feet in, you snap it together here, you spin, and as you spin, it starts to tighten up. And when you want to get ready to take the shoe off, you just pull and then pull the tongue and it loosens up. I find that this is very convenient, especially when you're getting on and off the bike, changing gear, changing clothes, or just coming from a ride. If you're like me with a bad back, I don't like bending over, unlacing shoes, having to deal with laces, something that could come loose, get caught up in the bike and cause an issue. So I really like the way that they integrate this into the boot. Very, very smart idea, and I wish a lot of other companies would pick it up and put it in theirs. It comes with a little key on the side just in case for some reason that this lock system fails, you can unlock it with the key. And lastly, I want to talk about the heel. I was recently on a ride and got caught in some downpour rain, and we know like the first 10 to 15 minutes of the rain kind of washes up a lot of the dirt and the oil and grime from the road. And I ride a 18 Road Glide CVO, kind of a heavy bike, full dresser with the tour pack. And I was geared down with gear in the pack. I was going on a little 2-day trip. And when I came to stop at the light, I stopped over an oil slick with the combination of the rain, and I felt myself slipping over. And as soon as the boots contacted and slipped, it cut through it, and it gave me traction on the road. I felt like if I was not wearing these boots, I may have dropped my bike, because once it started to tilt over to the right a little bit, I started feeling the weight of the bike shift over. But these boots did a great job. They caught it. They helped me ride the bike, and no issues. I'm really starting to throw these in my rotation of riding boots more and more. And as they break in, they're getting more and more comfortable. The break-in period was not bad. I would say probably around about my 4th time riding them, I started feeling them break in a little bit more. And as you can see here, I'm already developing a good crease in the inside of the boot from where my feet is at. And when I was not wearing them, I was taking the boots and just kind of working them in and out while I'm watching TV, help them break in a little bit better. But the break-in period is good. And like I said, I've had these boots over a year, probably got 4,000 to 5,000 miles on them. and they still look brand new. I mean, like I said, I did clean them up a little bit for the camera, but they still look brand new. I don't see anything fraying, tearing off, or anything like that. I'm not particularly hard on my gear, but at the same time, I use it for what it's intended for. And I really think that this is a very good boot. So the downside of the boot, it's not as light as a tennis shoe. I think I have 3 downsides. It's not as light as a tennis shoe, but it's not as heavy as a regular boot. So that could be a downside for some. The second downside is they run kind of small. I'm usually about 11 and a half. I was not able to get a 12 and a half, so I got a 12. The left boot is pretty good, but on the right, I feel a little rubbing in my big toe, but not anything that'll stop me from wearing them. I think as they break in even more, it's going to get better. So definitely I would suggest going a size up if you're going to order these boots. And lastly is the price. I mean, like I said, they're about 190 bucks. I was lucky enough to have some RevZilla points when I ordered mine, so I think I paid a little under 100. But for those of you that may not be fortunate enough to have RevZilla bucks, whatever, 190 bucks could be a big purchase price, especially on some secondary boots. I mean, it's not something that you're probably going to wear out. Although I think you could, if you want to just go out to grab lunch or dinner with the missus. I have just throwing them on and going out. But if you're just going to use them for riding, I would say 190 bucks is a lot. But then when you compare those to, let's say, a pair of leather boots from Harley, it's really not that much. The average probably leather boots are Harley about 150 to 200, depending on the style and the make. So I think they're priced competitively with everyone else, and you get the ease of not having a full clunky boot, somewhat of a stylish boot, the non-lace system, and then all of the reinforcement. So I think the trade-off is good. So very nice boot. You can pick them up at RevZilla. You may be able to find a pair on eBay, maybe secondhand or anything if you just kind of want to just try them out and not pay the full price. But as riding season approaches, I definitely recommend them. Oh, and I forgot to say they are waterproof. I've had them in 30-ish degree weather and did not have a problem at all with my feet freezing or really getting cold or any issues like that. So very, very stylish boot. The next time I ride and I'm recording, I'll try to get you guys some pictures of them on my feet while I'm on the bike and moving around, but great boot. All right, that's gonna be it for today. Quick video. I just wanted to review the Icon Patrol 2 boot and let you know what I think, switching gears, how they feel, and I definitely give these boots a super thumbs up. What's coming up for the channel? Riding season is coming up. I know everybody's probably already down in Daytona Bike Week and getting themselves geared up for other different things like that. I just want to say top tip is start hydrating. And summertime, right? Bikes are hot. We're hot. We're losing water. When coming from the cold riding season to a warm riding season, you got to start getting your body back acclimated again. You know, don't think about what you did last summer. Hey, I was on the bike all day for 10 hours. You got to slowly start getting your body back into it. Used to riding those 80, 90, 100 plus degree weather while sitting on top of that heavy, hot bike. So, you know, I definitely know I drink less water in the wintertime. I have to force myself to drink more water. So definitely summertime is coming up. Just want to give you guys a tip. Start getting your body acclimated, hydration. And when it starts, as the weather warms up, instead of going for a super long ride, maybe try a 100-mile ride, then a 200, then a 300, then a 400. Just work your way up. Don't just jump back into it based off what you did the last previous hot riding season. For some of you ones that maybe put your bike up during the wintertime. That's all I have. Thank you for joining me here at Switching Gears. Shout out to everyone that has helped me along the way. A lot of good YouTubers that I reach out to that give me solid advice and kind of help me build my channel and help me get more comfortable in front of the camera. Also, go over there, check out John Maxwell's channel. If you can, get on that GoFundMe. Please donate. It definitely help out. Whatever you can give, it does not matter. It can always help, and that's what we do. We pull it together in the worst of time. Thank you again. God bless, and ride safe.